Welcome back to Commander of the Week. And welcome to November, you guys. The month that we just give and say thank you. And I want to start off this month with a commander that likes giving a lot of punishment in a way that is so unique, so funny, and yet so painful that your opponents will never know it's coming. This week's commander is the infamous Cruelclaw. That's right, it is the Weasel Mercenary. One colorless, one black, one red. Menace. Whenever infamous Cruelclaw deals combat damage to a player, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by discarding rather than paying its mana cost. So, how do you cause havoc? Very simple, guys. These are going to be staples that you are not going to predict. Staple number 1, Den of the Bugbear. It's a land, but not only is it a land, it can turn into a creature. If you tap 3 colors in a mountain, it turns into a creature that is a 3/2 goblin. And whenever this creature attacks, you create a 1/1 red goblin creature. It's still a land. The secondary one is Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Similar to the Bugbear, when Eye Tyrant is paid for the 3 colors in 1 swamp, it turns into a 3/3 Black Beholder creature with menace. And whenever this creature attacks, you exile target opponent's graveyard entirely. The third staple, guys, is yet another land. This time, the land desert called Jagged Barrens. When Jagged Barrens enter the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to a target opponent. You're kind of starting to figure out what's happening here, right? The fourth one is going to be Mount Doom. Now, why is it Mount Doom? You pay a life, you get a swamp and a mountain. But if you pay 1 colorless, 1 swamp, and 1 mountain, Mount Doom deals 1 damage to each opponent. But if you sacrifice it by paying 5, 1 swamp, and 1 red, Mountain Doom and a legendary artifact, choose up to 2 creatures, then destroy the rest. You're kind of not really going to use the secondary effect unless you really want to do havoc and clear board. But it's meant for only the first effect. Deal combat damage to your opponents. Why, you say? Because the 5th and final staple is Worldfire. Exile all permanents, exile all cards, exile all hands, exile all graveyards, and each player's life turns to 1. Get it now? It is a gimmick deck. It is funny, it's hilarious. When it pops off, it's the greatest way to win because your opponent's faces are dumbfounded. What just happened? So what happens is this. You get your mana ready. So usually it could be a Badlands, it could be a couple of mountain, a swamp, a command tower, whatever the case may be, just to get out infamous Cruelclaw. They see infamous Cruelclaw on the battlefield. They don't know what's happening. They usually let it pass through. It's turn 3, everybody's just chilling. Then it's now your turn. You're going to look for the opponent that doesn't have more than 2 creatures because of menace. And when you hit, you're gonna mill. You're gonna exile and exile and exile and exile until you get the Worldfire. And that's when things click. That's when things hit the fan. Bang! Everything's gone. Hand, graveyard, permanents, including lands, they all go to 0. And then at your end step, you could end the game by playing cards like Jagged Barrens, dealing 1 damage to 1 opponent. Boom, 1 is dead. Then your next turn, you could play another card, another land, like Dorvan's Mind. Whenever Dorvan's Mind enters the battlefield untapped, create a 1/1 red dwarf. And then you're able to attack. And you take another person out. You get the Rift. This deck is hilarious because once you hit Worldfire, most of the time people fold. But if you're going to take people out, you do it. Now, if someone shocks you or somebody does some haste damage, it is what it is. But this week, I wanted to talk about giving. And giving in this deck is giving hell. So what do you guys think about Infamous Cruelclaw? Have you played them before? I have the deck. It's so much fun. I will post up the Mox Field with the entire cards, all the 98 lands you're gonna need to make this deck go funny as hell. Obviously, World Fire. So let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Commander fun.